After the light had been revealed, life continued in the way it always had. People worked, laughed, and gathered to celebrate love, unaware that the light was about to reveal itself in a new way. In Cana of Galilee, a wedding was being prepared. Families gathered, tables were set, and joy filled the air. It was an ordinary celebration, like many before it. Jesus was invited to the feast, and he came quietly. He did not arrive as someone seeking attention, but as one who chose to share in the simple joy of others. His disciples came with him, still learning what it meant to walk beside the one they followed. Mary was there as well. She observed everything with calm eyes, attentive not only to what was seen, but to what was hidden beneath the surface. The celebration was warm and full. Food was shared, music played, and laughter echoed through the village. Nothing seemed out of place. Yet behind the joy, a quiet concern began to grow. The wine was gone. What should have flowed freely had come to an end. A small problem, unnoticed by most, threatened to turn celebration into quiet shame. Mary saw it immediately. She did not speak to the crowd. She did not draw attention. Instead, she turned to Jesus with simple trust. Her words were few. The wine was gone. Jesus listened calmly. He did not rush. There was no urgency in his voice, no display of power. Time itself seemed to slow in his presence. Mary did not question him. Faith does not always ask for explanation. She turned to the servants and spoke with quiet authority, telling them to do whatever he would say. Nearby stood 6 stone jars, ordinary vessels used for purification. They were plain, unremarkable, and empty, much like the moment waiting to be transformed. Jesus gave a simple instruction: fill the jars with water. The servants obeyed, though they did not understand. They poured water into the jars, filling them to the very brim. When they finished, nothing appeared to have changed. Silence followed. Then Jesus spoke again. "Draw some out," he said, "and take it to the master of the feast." The servant did as he was told. The moment passed without notice. The celebration continued, unaware that anything had happened. Until the cup was tasted. What had been water was now wine, rich, deep, and complete. No announcement was made, no sign was demanded. The miracle revealed itself quietly. The master of the feast was astonished. The best wine had been saved for last. Joy returned to the celebration, deeper and fuller than before. Most never knew what had happened. The crowd rejoiced without understanding the source of their joy. But the servants knew, and the disciples saw. This was the first sign, not performed to draw attention, not meant to impress, but to reveal. Jesus remained unnoticed, content to let the moment belong to others. His disciples watched him with new understanding, and their faith began to grow. As evening fell, the celebration slowly came to an end. Jesus prepared to leave. The village returned to its quiet ways, unaware that it had just witnessed the beginning of something far greater. The sign had been given. The journey would continue. More signs would follow, but this one would not be forgotten. From water to wine, from ordinary to transformed, the light had begun to work through signs, and the world was already changing.
Join us for more beautiful animated Bible stories filled with wonder and hope.